Good afternoon, everybody. Whether you are in the East Coast, West Coast, across the pond, good afternoon, good morning, good evening. Over here, it's the afternoon. So today, I'm going to talk about my murder mystery novel, Gates Bookstore. So Gates Bookstore was published and released last December. So hopefully I won't be discussing anything that will spoil the book for any new readers. I will make sure if I get into any questions that might be a spoiler, I will make an alert. I will let you know so you can hurry up and cover your ears and we'll get through this. Okay, so hopefully most people have read the book already. And if not, this is just going to be a basic video of the book. Answer any questions. I wrote a few down, and I also am going to use the website lovewritinglife.com. So they have a really extensive list of questions. So whoever is managing that blog, you're awesome. It's really helping me out a lot with figuring out a bunch of questions that the audience might enjoy. So let's get down to it. If you have any questions, comment, let me know. I'll try to answer all of them in a quickly time frame. Okay, so Gates Bookstore is a novel about Diane Gates, the main character. She is a retired forensic scientist. She now owns a bookstore in New York City. So she has left her forensic scientist career behind due to, let me think. No, it's not a spoiler. You all find out on the back of the book and also in the first couple of chapters. So she left her forensic scientist career because her father passed away in a kind of brutal way, and it traumatized her. And also her previous case, her last case, one of her last cases really traumatized her. You all will find out why it traumatized her in the book. I don't want to give it away. It's not too big of a reveal. It has to do with she tried to solve the case before too many people got hurt, and she was unsuccessful. So you will see the details of the case and also why she put a lot of the weight of the world on her shoulders to solve it, and when she didn't solve it, how that really impacted her. And on top of that, while she was going through that trauma, the death of her father and the mystery around his death really had her retire early. It made her think differently about the life she was living. And she always had a passion for literature, and she decided, you know what, why not? Why not make a change of the quiet life? So I think many people can relate to that, having a fast-paced life for so long and just needing that quiet moment. I think probably with COVID, this COVID pandemic right now, it might have forced us, even if we were stubborn and didn't want a quiet life. COVID pandemic has definitely forced many of us to sit back, take a quiet moment, and enjoy this slow pace of life. So let me see what other questions. Let me think. I'll go through the questions that I wrote down and then the ones on the website. What made me write Gates Bookstore? So if you all follow me, my other book, Strange Things Await, which is right behind me. Camera. Okay, right there. So Strange Things Await, I wrote that book after I had a very vivid dream of one of the chapters. And that book right now, Strange Things Await, is on NetGalley and also on a blog tour. So if you follow me on Twitter, at author J Stone, you'll read up a lot about the book and also about the blog tour. So with that book, it started from a vivid dream. But Gates Bookstore actually happened because I guess maybe I was watching too much of the ID channel and maybe reading too many of James Patterson's books. And one day I was just kind of daydreaming. I think probably many other writers can connect to that, daydreaming and dreaming and just all together. in your own world of thoughts. I didn't have any vivid dream about Gates Bookstore, but I did start thinking about a aspect of solving crimes that I did not really see. I wasn't reading too much about. I thought about the twists that you all will read in the book, a couple of twists and turns in the book, and when I thought of it, I said, you know what? Let me write this down. I try to get in the habit. I think I'm doing pretty well. Every time I get a good idea, say, write it down. No matter what, even if it doesn't come into a full story, just write it down. I might pick it up later on, or I might enter it into another book I'm working on. So I was thinking of I really can't say exactly what it is because it's one of the major twists in the book. But for those who have read the book, I was thinking about the twist of the familiar connection of the main character with the character that ends up being one of the major persons of interest. I won't say, just in case others might pick up on it, I won't say if they are actually the culprit or not. I'll let you all read inside that. But for those who have read the book, hopefully you get what I'm hinting at. So that was what really initially brought me to think about the idea of Gates Bookstore. So then once I had the idea, I just wrote it down, built around it, and I then wrote the characters out. So one thing I've mentioned before is even if I get the idea of a chapter or idea of the plot, I will write that down first, but then I will focus solely on the characters. I really have a strong belief that characters make the story. Even if it's, some people might say the plot, some people might say the setting, some people might say the twists and turns of the story. But for me, it's the characters. So I really want to create strong characters, very detailed backgrounds. Sometimes I'll have pages of pages on a character, but only a few of those details get into the book. So I always write everything I can possibly imagine for the character. Okay, let me see. That's what made me write Gates. Next, is it a standalone or a series? So I did mention it before. Gates Bookstore is the first book in the Diane Gates series. So there will be more books to come. It will be about 6 books so far. I am actually working on the second book. I have not, well, actually, you know what? I will reveal it right now. The second book is called, oh no, if I, oh, actually, no, wait a minute. If I, well, no, actually, it's a second book. So so it shouldn't be a spoiler if I'm right. No, I can't. It is a second book, but if I tell you the title of the second book, then I think it will be a spoiler. So, those who did read the book, I see on Goodreads and NetGalley, I see a couple, I'm able to see a lot of who read the book. So those who did read the book, I will tell you secretly the next book title. If you want to know, please comment, and I will make sure I send you a direct email. I just want to wait just a little bit longer because it was just in December, only a couple months ago, that the book was released. So let's give people time to read the book, and I will make sure in a few videos, the next time we talk about Gates Bookstore, I will make sure I reveal the name of the next book title. Okay? I promise. I will reveal the title of the next book. But for right now, let's wait for a few more people. Hopefully hundreds and hundreds of people. 1 million people. Hopefully a whole lot more people will read the book first. And then I can start giving more and more details. Talk more and more in tune with the book. And also the second book. I am so excited to discuss the second book with you all. It is probably not my best, but it has already so many good, just goodness. I'm really, really excited. I wish I had a writer's circle so I can share all the details with the people. But I will have to try to force myself to contain any spoilers. So let's move on to the next question. What is my favorite part of the book? So I don't have just one. I have a few favorite parts of the book. I really enjoy the part of the book where Diane is confronted. It's already hinted on the back of the book that Diane, you know, she needs to solve this murder mystery before she is, before she ends up, you know, being seen as the culprit. So it is some parts of the book, you know, a mystery of, is she the culprit? Is she not the culprit? Is she the murderer? But it's one of my favorite parts is when Detective Eric starts to question, is Diane who she says she is? Is she partially responsible, or is she the mastermind behind it all? So it's pretty interesting how that scene went. Another favorite part of the book for me is when Diane and Catherine have a little pool party at Catherine's house, at her place. So that was both of those scenes were pretty fun for me. I don't know if they'll be as exciting for you. I hope to know. Give me a comment. Let me know what your favorite part of the book is. I really want to know what your favorite parts are. The other question, where is the book set? I actually revealed that earlier in this video. It is set in New York. I did see maybe 2 reviewers. They didn't get too much of the feel of New York. Hopefully in book 2, I have really given that New York setting feel. So I won't reveal too much. I know book 2, I gotta contain my excitement. But the book is set in New York. So the series will be set in New York City. Let me see. If Diane wasn't a bookstore owner, what would she do? I think that's a pretty easy question. Diane, before she became a bookstore owner, she was a forensic scientist, a criminologist. So she would do anything, probably, like, I don't know, be the medical examiner, or she might get into maybe psychology. Maybe she wants a little more of a quiet life, but also dip her toes back into crime. So maybe she will be a, what they call it, a profile, what can't remember, a criminal, like, profile person. Probably should Google that before I start this video. But she'll probably do anything with her strong intellect, her strong background, and anything with law enforcement. She's pretty awesome. So I think she'll be all right with either one. All right, so let's start with the blog questions. Okay, again, I'm going to be using the blog lovewritinglife.com. Again, props, awesome applause to this blogger. You're awesome. You're helping me out a lot. So let's see some of the questions on here. What is the significance of the title? Now, the title of Gates Bookstore it's pretty simple. Gates is just the character's name. Diane Gates. Bookstore is her bookstore. And the bookstore is where the first murder takes place. That is what really drives Diane Gates to get on this journey of solving this murder. So I won't tell you who was murdered, but the murder takes place in her bookstore. So that is really, she's really closely connected to it, and it really motivates her to help Detective Eric solve this crime. All right, other question. Just do a few more. I don't want to bore you all to death. Let me see. Do you have any new series planned? Well, the Diane Gates series, that's my second main series. Actually, new series. So let me not talk about my old ones. New series. I do have a new series planned. A couple of them. I have actually 16 working processes. One of these series I have that I started is I don't have the name for the series yet, but the first book is pretty much a medical drama, like crime, boss, supernatural. It's a whole mixing of different genres. So it's about this private practice doctor. She has her own clinic, and her brother ends up getting her mixed into a world of crime, and he ends up having his debt paid by selling his own sister out. He has his sister now is owned by this female crime lord mafia boss of New York, another New York setting. And she is thrown into this world that is not only, the crime mafia scene, but the crime lord is a vampire. So she has to be a doctor to vampires, to other creatures of the night. So it's pretty interesting because it's it's one of my loves, the supernatural genre. And I just love the drama, the mixing, the steaminess. So you'll see both characters, the female crime lord, vampire, and also the female doctor, private practice doctor, go head to head, and just a whirlwind of drama and excitement. So hopefully you all will love that series. And I also have another series that's high fantasy, castle. Don't worry, it won't be the medieval, the typical fantasy genre. It's definitely going to be more out the box. And I can't say too much because I definitely don't want anybody to steal too many of my ideas. And also I don't want people to be spoiled, no spoilers. I want you all to be able to read it with fresh eyes. But before I publish those series, I have to finish my standalone novel, She Sees Glory. So that will be my next book out sometime this year. That will be available for pre-order. And you could check it out on my website, JamilaStone.com. You see, I had to think about my own website name. Okay, what other questions? I'll do like 3 more and get off, okay? Let me see. Snippet time, I already did that one. Let me hurry up. Tell us about the process for coming up with the cover. I just wanted to showcase the character and also the setting, the main setting. So that's why you see Diane in the setting of the bookstore. Okay. Actually, let me see if Goodreads, any of your reviews, if there are any reviews that I can make comment on. Oh no. I'm not going to do the thing that authors shouldn't do, you know, answer back to reviews. I just want to see if there are any questions or anything I can go into detail answer for you all. Let me see. Okay, yep. Okay, this person really liked the mystery. Oh, that was one thing interesting. This is my first time writing a mystery type of novel. Someone did note that it is more for people who want a more of a thriller mystery instead of a cozy mystery. So I definitely will start learning the different lingos for the murder mystery and crime themed novels. Some people, it made me laugh that one or two mentioned how about the greediness and some of the, I guess, scenes were maybe, with me, I love detail. So with any of my books, it will be detail, mature, won't be holding back. So maybe with the mystery genre audience, they weren't really ready for gore and details of the murder scene. So for me, I thought it was very basic. It was pretty streamlined because I am used to writing in the supernatural verse genre that blood and action, gore, that type of stuff doesn't bother me. So, oh, here is the review. This is a solid little mystery. It was way more gruesome. Most of these mystery books, which was fine by me. So I guess most of the murder mystery books, actually they didn't say murder mystery, they just say mystery. So I guess most mystery novels aren't gruesome. It's a murder mystery novel. So I will say for my future books in this series, I won't be toning down. So hopefully you'll still read it, but definitely my details are there. I won't read the details just in case some people, I was thinking, well, maybe I should just read that part of the book, a few lines, but I won't, just in case some people don't have the stomach for it. I definitely don't want to intentionally put anyone off. So I'm going to, I looked at Goodreads. That was one thing that that stuck out to me. Another one compared the book to either the book or Diane Gates to like the Bones TV series. And that really made me laugh in a good way, because I see a couple people did not personally, which is okay, like or feel a connection with Diane Gates. I guess she's a little standoffish. And the one reviewer connected her character to the character in Bones, Brennan, or Bones. And I really think that reviewer really understood Diane Gates the best, because all the trauma that she went through and just the life that she led is very hard for her to connect very well with other people. And I think with some characters like Bones, and also if you all see the show House, Dr. House, they also certain people of a certain intellect and difficulty in life have difficulties really socializing. And I really hope that you all saw some of her fun personality when she does get around people that she's comfortable with. You know, Catherine and her other best friend Vivian. She lets her hair down. So hopefully in book 2, Okay, I'll tell you, my videos, I'm probably going to end up having so many spoilers, and y'all forgive me. Just read the book anyway. Well, in the first book, hopefully you all will get to know her, and by the end of the book, start to like her a little more. And in book 2, we'll see what happens, what your opinions might change or so. Okay, I'm going to get off right now because I feel myself. I'm getting so excited about book 2 that I'm really slipping up a little bit. So I'm going to get off of here, especially since my dog is interrupting my video. I'm going to get off, and I'll see you all again very soon. And pick up a book of Gates Bookstore, ebook. You can get it hardback, paperback. You could get it anywhere books are sold. So if you are a bookstore goer, you really like to go to the bookstore, go to the bookstore, order the book if they don't have it on the shelf. If they don't have it on the shelf, please don't be discouraged. Just go up to the bookstore sellers and let them know you want to order the book, okay? And you can also get it on Barnes & Noble. You can get it Amazon, Walmart, Target. You can get it anywhere books are sold, okay? So I really hope you enjoy the book. And definitely try not to read too many reviews. Read reviews on Amazon and Barnes & Nobles, etc. Goodreads reviews, they don't seem to have a way for people to say spoiler alert. So I don't want you all to have the book ruined for you. It's just like some movie trailers, they do too much. And then you're like, well, why should I even watch the movie? So be careful with too many reviews on Goodreads, because they do. Some go a little too detailed. I wish they didn't. They went a little too in detail. So make sure you pick up a copy of the book. Next time, my next video, I'm going to try to talk about my newest novel that's coming out April 12th of this year. Darkness Awaits. Get this out without breaking my bookshelf down. Alright, so Darkness Awaits is the sequel to Strange Things Await. There's Alexandra right here, Natalie King right here. So I will talk about this book next. And if you did not get the first book, again, the first book is Strange Things Await. It's on NetGalley right now, netgalley.com. And you could get a free copy of the book and read it and catch up so you can get ready for the sequel. Okay? So I am going to be giving probably a lot of spoilers away for the first book. I will remind you all on my next video, because the first book has been out for a long time. So hopefully you will read it before the next video. And the next video will mainly be for people who have already read the first book, because you should have. It's been a while. So I will give a lot of details and answer a lot of questions with the first book. So make sure you email me if you want some questions about this book and also about Gates Bookstore. In this video, comment. I'll answer your questions. And I really enjoy you all coming to watch my channel. Make sure you subscribe and like and share with others. Okay? I'll talk to you all later. And have a good day. Bye-bye.